Do you have loads of direct debits and standing orders that you manually enter each month? If so, then we're going to show you how you can use one of the standard Sage import templates to add that information and then import that to hopefully save you a little bit of time. To access the import template from within Sage Accounts, just go to Help at the top of the screen, down to About. It may just take a few moments to load the support information, and then you want to click the link for the program directory. This takes you into the folder where you've installed the software and you're looking for the import templates folder. So we open that and it lists all of the standard templates. Now we can do one of two things at this stage. We can just copy that template or we can open it. Now if we open it, so there we've got the copy, we can then just go File and Save As. What I'll do, I'm just going to save that to my desktop. So I'll pop it on my desktop. I could change the file name as well if I wanted to, but in this instance I'm just going to save it. So that's step one. Our next step is to add the details of our direct debits and standing orders to the template. So let's close out of Sage Accounts. Don't need to back up at this stage, so back to our desktop. There's the copy of the template. Let's have a look at the template. So we just open that, it should open in Excel. And what we've got is, we've got some headings along the top telling us what information goes into what column. Also we can hover our mouse over the relevant column headings and it tells us more information about what needs to be added in that column. Now all we need to do is complete the information for each of our direct debits and standing orders that we want to import. So we just enter the information so it's complete each row for each of the transactions. Now the sort of turquoisey colour headings are required fields, so we must enter something in that column for each transaction that we enter. The yellow columns, or the ones with the yellow headings, those are optional fields. So we can enter if we want to, but we don't have to. Now, just to speed things up, I've already created mine, so I've just called it direct debits and orders, and there it is. I've already completed the information. So we've got 9 transactions ending on line number 10 there. We've also put a payment on account there as well. So generally they're just going to be bank payments or BP transactions, but if you've got any transactions where you specifically need to post to a supplier, you need to enter that as a PA transaction, a payment on account. Obviously you can do it for receipts as well as customer payments on account, and also journals, etc. We're just going to look at direct debits also, generally BP transactions. So we'll save that and we're ready to import. Now before you import, you must close that file down. Once you've prepared your file with your transactions on, we're ready to import. So we'll go back into Sage Accounts, log in, and we're ready to import them. Now just before we do import, if we have a quick look at the transactions list, now rather than key in those direct debits and standing orders, we can now just import the information as it's included on that spreadsheet. So to do that, we go to File and then Import. You'll be prompted to confirm that you want to close any other windows that you've got open, so yes to that. It launches the data import wizard. Step 1 is the welcome and it prompts you to take a backup. Now we'd always recommend that you do that just in case you make a mistake or maybe you import the wrong file. It's easily undone by restoring the backup that you would take at this point. Now just to speed things up, I'm going to skip that step. Just click Next. You're then prompted, what do you want to import? We're going to import audit trail transactions. Click Next. We then browse for the file, so it's an Excel worksheet. We then click Browse. Then from our desktop, which it's defaulted to, we select the file that contains that information. So direct debits and orders, that's what I've called it. Highlight it, click Open. It does contain headings because it's one of the standard Sage import templates that we've used. So leave the box ticked, click Next. Everything should be mapped automatically because you're using the template. So we don't need to do anything on this screen. Just click Next. And then we're ready to import. So we click Import. It reads the information in that file and then writes that into our account. So there's the list of transactions that have been entered. We can then click Close. If we go back to transactions, we've got our list of bank payments and also that payment on account there. So very easy to import our direct debits each month or standing orders to save us time. One thing we don't have to do each month is follow that whole process. We've got that information saved on a workbook now. So what we can do, just close out of Sage Accounts. I'm not going to back up at this stage, and we've got our direct debit file saved. So once we've imported for, say, September, we can then go in, and all we'd need to do is amend any values that change. The dates, obviously we'd then advance them to, say, October. We might even change the day of the month when it's going to actually go out of the account. Other than that, we then save it and we're ready to import again, saving us having to key in those 9 transactions. Now there's no limit to the number of transactions you could have on there, so if you've got 50, 100, you can enter them all on one spreadsheet and then just import them all in one go, saving you a lot of time each month and avoiding things like processing errors.